time right now, we do have, you know, a lot more. I mean, there's like a speeding up of things going on. You guys probably heard this with like the sun and different things. There's like a speeding up, you know, of twin flames coming in as well. And, you know, just like getting to that point where they're in that same lifetime together, and that they're, you know, coming into contact more often. They're coming into, they're going through the process. Okay. We are going through the process. It's a long ass process. It's a hard ass process. And if you're really, really open and willing to be really, really honest with yourself as you go through go through this process, go through the program, you know, you're going to be rewarded beyond belief, beyond what you can even imagine. Okay. It's like, we can't picture exactly how it's going to be. We may have little ideas and little hints and stuff like that, and that's great. But I wanted to just jump in before we start here, because I was doing some pre-shuffling and premeditation, and I want to tell you these two cards, I think I had to search kind of for both of them. I saw one of them flip over. This one, I knew it just flipped over, and it was still in the deck, and I actually continued to shuffle and, like, again, kind of couldn't find it for a while, and then I pulled it out, and then I saw this one, and I was like, wait a second, this is really, really weird. You know, if you know me, if you've watched me, especially from the beginning, that's why I had to keep on doing tarot, because it blew my mind. I was very, you know, kind of skeptical, kept on blowing my mind, And this is one of those things, you guys, I just love it. Moon in Aries, new moon in Aries, new moon in Leo. Okay, so this is all our fire. And I do feel like this is kind of almost an apex, or like epitome, you know, like a time period, you know, where the fire is really strong. I mean, we just had, actually, at this point, we're still in our moon in Sag too. So that's another fire element that we have as well right now. So that explains that extra feeling. We're about to move into our moon in Capricorn, but again, right now, as of when this video is posted, and I'm not even sure what time we move over to Capricorn, but it'll be sometime on Thursday. Okay, so there's a growth, you know, there's this feeling, you know, again, it's kind of pushing, you know, expanding, pushing forward plans, pushing forward. And again, always with the moon cycle, I always say it's about the law of attraction. The law of attraction and the shadows, our shadow work, our shadow self is very interconnected. That's why I put them right next to each other in my program. When you go through the holistic law of attraction, then you learn about the shadow work, and you start using them together to manifest way better than you ever could before, because everything's clear. Again, when we do the shadow work, it's like flipping the switch, okay? Flipping the switch. Right now, we're focused on our self. Self. Can you get any more focused on yourself, your own goals, your own life, your home, your actions, your workout routine, what you eat, you know, what you do, like what you want, what you're craving, what you're working for, seriously, like deep down, like passion-wise, okay? How you want to be known. I mean, we all have an urge to be recognized and to be noticed, you know? What are you trying to be noticed for? You want to be clear, okay? You want to be clear. Being clear and allowing yourself to really be yourself, you know, no carbon copies, you know, copying other people. You know, inspiration is one thing, but we have to be ourselves, and we have to be alone with ourselves. We have to do that inner work to know what is the best course of action. That's why we have to get that alignment with the holistic law of attraction. You can't just work and not have the inner. And on the other hand, you can't just do all the inner work and not make any changes in your life. It's got to be all across the board, from the mental to the emotional to the physical, to your physical, you know, like actions over time. Okay, this is huge because, of course, if you've been watching my videos, you already know our Mars is in Aries for 6 months. It's like 5 more months now, but 6 months total, when it's usually only in there for about 6 weeks. This is a lot because it's Mars and it's Aries, and it's like, you know, it's definitely amplified. Okay. we keep on talking about this. You know, people are fed up, you know. They're not taking anything sitting down. Nobody's taking anything sitting down, you know. And it is a time where, you know, if you're locked into some of those higher energies, you can really, really make some progress and make some headway. And a lot of it is just this independent, positive action. We're focused on ourselves. We're focused on getting stuff done. You know what I mean? And that, I mean, it's just strong right now. So it's coming up, especially here as we are ending the month. Okay? Because our Leo energy too is kind of waning, you know, as well. We just came out of Sun in Leo last Saturday. We came out of Mercury in Virgo last Wednesday. Leo season is over. I'm Leo rising, so sad to say, but it's happening. But it's still, we're pushing through, you know, we're still taking action. We're still on this fire. There's obviously still this Leo energy again. Focus on yourself, focus on your strength. Again, not taking any bullshit right now, not taking anything sitting down. You're not letting people walk all over you. You're doing it in a nice and cheerful way. It's like, you can't even affect me because I'm so positive, you know, like there's a lot of just this positivity boiling over that seems to be really authentic. So try to stick to that and like hone in on that. Okay. So this was actually quite a bit of overlying, underlying. So we're not going to do this. We're just going to jump right in. Okay. Take a sip. All right. Confidence is your key to success. It's time to take action. Time to take action. This is strong action. This is, again, is not backing down. And again, you don't need to be mean. You don't need to be mean. You don't need to be angry. Strong. Again, that if you're in your higher self, you can really better hone in and direct the action. If you know what you want, inside and out. Inside and out. Okay? Knowing what it takes to get it as well. And willing to do it. Okay? We've already taken a lot of overlying, underlying, but we just got to go here. Okay. All in reverse. Working too hard for what? For dogma, to try to, again, force. I'm really thinking there's other people's ideas, other people's institutions, could be religion, could be, you know, just the family saying, oh, we want you to get married. Even if they're not saying it, just to feel that pressure anyways, because of society teaches us to do that. We need to realize that. We need to just the act of acknowledging that will help boil down that ego, boil down the effects of that social conditioning. We are reprogramming ourselves. This is why, you know, we're getting away from the TV. You know, it's like, I'm getting rid of my Netflix, I think, for good after this month, because I'm just going to watch some shows and it's going to be all, like, there is enough stuff here on YouTube. And it's better. It's more that independent, you know, real stuff, authentic. Okay. So anyway, this is focusing in, you know, it feels like you've been working really hard though, again, and trying to almost, it's almost like the things that you think that you want right now you might not realize it, but they kind of might just be things that are tinged, you know, with a vibe that is really just kind of more what other people want, you know. So really, I want you to stop trying to run, you know, from emotions and feelings. I want you to deal with them. When you have a thought, when you have something that is happening inside of you that is uncomfortable, don't run from it. Don't try to cover it up anymore. We have to face our emotions. We've bottled them up long enough. okay? That can obviously, you know, we all know, boil over, cause the rage situation, and just keep us almost in like a perpetual situation like that, which is obviously not ideal. But the whole point here is to go back to you and your connection, not letting anybody else stand in between you and your higher self, because this is getting real. You know, again, this is getting real with yourself. Doing the shadow work will cut out, doing the shadow work on a regular basis will cut out your ego's ability to BS your own mind, if you know what I mean. And I have always said this, the smartest people, the BS that they have to tell themselves to be in denial in any way, shape, or form is actually, it's more complex, you know, because they actually have to buy it. So you have really intelligent people telling themselves really big lies, you know, to stay in denial. And denial is huge. It's part of a process. I actually was meaning to talk about this in a pre-meditation before in a different video, but actually I'm going to save it. I'm going to let it come out. I want to keep going. Okay. Sorry. I just love to do the teasers. We'll come back to it for sure. Okay. So we're just going to jump in here. This is about your person. Okay. You are like really craving this healing, really craving this redemption. Okay, but you might be trying to push it a little bit too hard. You might be over-focused on it, over-focused on healing the, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I was going to put this down too. And just see if we can do that, if that helps. I don't know. Let me know what your favorite view is, okay? I really apologize. I was trying to show you more cards than that. So anyway, it's like trying to force the healing to happen on your time frame. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could just be the peaches and cream saying, yeah, you're going to, you know, everything's going to be completely solved, you know. No, not exactly like in one day, one quick fix here, you know, but the action and the action over time is really important. And the action to the point of really identifying with who you want to be. You know, you have to be able to put yourself, again, you have to know it inside and out. You have to be able to put yourself in your shoes in the future, where you're seeing yourself, what you want, you know, how you're actually going to be thinking, feeling, what you're actually going to be doing. Okay? Again, do not be fooled by false pretenses, any kind of pretenses, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Your emotions should not be based off of other people's thoughts, opinions, you know, whether they're recognizing you or not, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we need to get to the real authentic. Authentic just keeps coming up. Okay, now about the relationship. You have a strong sense somewhere, I think it's deep more in the subconscious, that this relationship is taking you on this journey, further on this journey towards enlightenment, towards happiness here. Okay. And I think deep down, you know that it's really, you know, this really still, even though your twin flame is your twin flame, this really still is about you. Okay. About you and your ability to let go of the things that you have been attached to. And a lot of those things are thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. And that's why we have to do all this inner healing work. That's why we do the shadow work, to get rid of the negative thoughts, beliefs, and expectations that keep us in these cycles. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. Once you change those, once you get in there, like the wound analogy, get in there and deal with it, you know, get in there, dig it out, disinfect, you know, cover it up, clean it up, ointment, blah, blah, take care of it, reprocess it, do it right this time. That's how you can clear the way, clear the road for true happiness with your person. This is both of you here. Both of you, though, have to deal with, again, your inner side. You're letting go of your bad habits. You're letting go of your shadow side. And that's what we do with the shadow work. The shadow work is realizing that really shadow is, people are so scared of the shadow, but it's really nothing. It's the absence of the light. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Shadows are an illusion. In a way, okay? That's the energy here. You don't need to be scared of it, because as soon as you have the light again, the shadow's gone, okay? Because light is all there is. I mean, really, light is, it all is what it is before it becomes what it all is. If that makes sense, let me know if you're still following me down below. I love it, okay? But again, there's kind of this emotional bubbling up of this like power. It's coming through as like this Leo, but like also very there's a little bit of Sagittarius energy and a little bit of Aquarius energy in here as well. And of course, this is just utilizing all this fire energy to push things forward with the law of attraction. But remember, no matter what you're trying to push forward in the outer realms with your actions, work, do, you know, build, create, right? We're all trying to do this right now because we've been in Leo, we're honing, we're inspired, you know, all of this stuff. Especially this week here again, Moon and Sag, we're optimistic growth of our wants, of our manifestations here. But it is only going to be as good as the energy that is propelling it, the energy that is pushing it forward. Where's the energy coming from here? Okay, yes, we get some from, you know, your momentum, and when you act, you get more energy off your actions, but the inner here, the subconscious, is the perpetual, you know, way that we have this like nourishment, you know, this fulfillment, this healing, okay? Big time nourishment, you know, and you have to be vulnerable. You have to be your true self. You can't be running, again, you know, what was it, our eight or nine of cups, and, you know, we can't be doing that. No. Vulnerable. This is what you get when you go within. You don't get this. You don't get this level of nakedness, of openness, of, you know, without doing some shadow work. You just, I mean, and even if you don't call it shadow work, like I was actually doing what I call shadow work long before I even knew it was shadow work. I mean, let's be real. You don't have to necessarily, you know, buy my program, but you have to learn how to do this anyway. You know, like I'm calling it one thing, other people may call it something else. You know, we all have to check ourselves. We all have to learn how to kind of manipulate, kind of work with the ego, because we all have one. You literally can't get rid of it as long as you have a body. I mean, that's part of being a person, is being selfish. You're in a self, you know, you are a self. So yourself, you know, you're gonna be selfish in certain ways, but let's not get caught up on that. Yeah, this is a very powerful time for manifesting. Okay, very powerful time to learn about the holistic law of attraction. Check it out in the program. It's down in the description box below. You can also check out my playlist. I have a shadow work playlist. I have a law of attraction playlist, and definitely you want to check out the Twin Flames Talks playlist. Very important stuff. So with this energy, we wanted to see, you know, where, if this is our twin flame or not.